If you like Jodie Foster, you should definitely watch her top 10 movies, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.
Number 10. The Brave One. The story follows Erica Bain is a content radio DJ from a place she enjoys, with a man she adores as her fiancé. Yet a vicious attack in Central Park, New York, alters her life irrevocably, leaving her in a coma for 3 weeks and her fiancé dead. She purchases a gun in an effort to feel safer following the attack. Unfortunately, New York no longer has the same vibe as it once did, and Erica has a number of interactions when she doesn't hesitate to fire her new pistol. Erica feels compelled to discuss vigilantes on her radio show because everyone else is.
New York. The safest big city in the world.
Number 9. Bugsy Malone. The story follows this musical, which is unlike any other ever created, is illuminated by a tiny cast. Bugsy Malone, which is set in 1929 New York City, depicts a glamorous world of would-be hoodlums, showgirls, and dreamers, all of whom are portrayed by young actors. Feature sensation Jodie Foster dances and sings her way into our hearts as Tallulah, the feisty girlfriend of the proprietor of Fat Sam's Grand Slam Speakeasy. Paul Williams, a Grammy-winning pop composer, penned the lyrics and music for this utterly charming film. Number 8. Freaky Friday. The story follows Annabelle, a teenager, has disagreements with Mrs. Andrews, her mother, and Ben, her younger brother. They each make a wish one Friday morning to switch bodies with the other for one day at a time, and their wishes come true. While all of this is going on, Mr. Andrews, a company's PR representative, is planning a party to advertise a real estate transaction and is enlisting the help of his wife and daughter. Annabelle and Mrs. Andrews become aware of and empathize with each other's challenges during the day.
You're not letting me have any fun, and I'm sick of it. You're always pushing me around and telling me what to do. How come nobody ever gets to tell you what to do? Will you tell me that?
Number 7. Taxi Driver. The story follows an ex-Marine named Travis Bickle spends his nights driving his taxi through the shady streets of New York City in the middle of the 1970s. He is lonely, impotent, and insomniac. Travis wishes for a genuine rain to come and wash all the scum off the streets because he is tired of the culture he is in. Yet, Travis's mentality prevents him from relating to almost anyone. This is true up until he falls in love with a blonde campaign worker named Betsy and subsequently encounters an adolescent prostitute named Iris. As Travis's paranoia about his circumstances increases, he starts to think of the relationships he builds as missions for which he will have to save the day.
You're the one who wanted to get out of here.
Well, I must have been stoned.
Why? What do you mean? They drug you?
Oh, come off it, man.
Number 6. Alice doesn't live here anymore. The story follows a 35-year-old housewife named Alice Hyatt resides in a little town in New Mexico. She has a chilly, uncultured, demanding husband whom she tolerates and a precocious, cocky 11-year-old kid named Tommy who she adores. When her husband passes away, shattering Alice and Tommy's world, Due to a lack of funds, Alice chooses to return to her California homeland of Monterey in order to restart her singing career. She and Tommy plan to make a stop in Phoenix, Arizona, for a few weeks en route. Things start to improve for Alice when she lands a gig singing in a club. Yet once more, Alice's poor judgment in men halts her development.
Weird. Very weird. It's even weird for Tucson. And Tucson is the weird capital of the world.
Number 5. The little girl who lives down the lane. The story follows Ryan Jacobs, a 13-year-old, resides in a remote home in a sleepy seaside neighborhood. The town people are curious because she and her father only recently rented the home. Ryan's father, however, is never present when someone attempts to call. As a result, it seems as though she is alone herself. The snobbish landlady and her sleazy son, among others, strive to find out what Ryan might be hiding, putting Ryan's resourcefulness to the test.
Do you have a name, officer?
Oh, sure, yeah, sorry. The name is Miglioriti.
Miglioriti.
Yeah.
Number 4. Nell. The story follows Nell is a young woman who was raised in a segregated environment. Her mother and May, her identical twin sister, were the only people she knew. They shared a hut in the woods where they resided. Nell has never been met. Jerome, the neighborhood doctor, finds her after the passing of her mother. She speaks a distorted language that she and May created as they grew up. You might call it twin speak, and this fascinates him. Paula, a psychology student, nevertheless, requests that she be watched in a lab. The judge rules that they will have 3 months to watch her in the forest before he makes a decision about her future.
Please, don't be afraid.
Number 3. Contact. The story follows, in Puerto Rico, the skeptical Dr. Ellie Arroway and her crew investigate extraterrestrial life. Ellie looks for private funding to restart her research in New Mexico after David Drumlin ends the project. Ellie continues her efforts after receiving the required funding from an unnamed millionaire. She receives a coded message from Vega-based alien species 4 years later. S.R. Haddon, a millionaire who is funding the research, deciphers the message and offers Ellie the blueprints for an exciting device. Ellie comes to the conclusion that the machinery might be used to carry a passenger to Vega. She must now persuade a commission made up of military, political, scientific, and religious authorities that she is the most qualified applicant for the trip. Number 2. The Accused. This motion picture is based on real occurrences. 3 guys gang rape Sarah Tobias when she enters a club one night. Catherine Murphy, a lawyer, is presented to her. In addition to pursuing the perpetrators of the rape, Catherine Murphy also wants to pursue the patrons of the bar who encouraged it. But Catherine faces a challenging task. Her client has a past, and the court might consider using that past against her.
Did you have anything to drink before you went to the mill? Or smoke anything?
Oh, half a joint, a couple beers, nothing heavy.
Number 1. The Silence of the Lambs. The story follows Clarice Starling, a young FBI trainee, is tasked with finding a missing woman in order to protect her from a psychotic serial killer who skins his victims. Clarice tries to learn more about the murderer's depraved psyche by speaking with Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a psychopath who is formerly a well-respected psychiatrist. Lecter, who is also a very skilled and powerful mind manipulator, is seen as having the answers to their questions and having the ability to help find the murderer by FBI Special Agent Jack Crawford, Scott Glenn. Lecter, though, won't divulge any information unless Clarice first earns his trust.
What did you do?
I went downstairs, outside. I crept up into the barn. I was so scared to look inside, but I had to.
If you like our list, please subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to follow us on social media in the link below.